mean, you didn't think we were going to start 2 portions of this project with a horror movie, did you? This is what we're working with. After careful consideration, countless hours debating, and a strong review of the video footage, I decided that those 2 hearts in the front, as kooky of an idea and as original, as groundbreaking, as world-class risk-taking as they were, they just didn't look good. Much like the fiberglass roof. If they don't look good, it don't count. As I always say, fashion forward. Who cares if it functions, right? This looks a little bit more like a traditional Volkswagen. That's not going to last for long. I got a couple ideas with this, with new headlights, a few modifications. Let's get to it. All right, our story begins. I picked up this stock hood, 68 and later. Was on a 74, but they're kind of all the same. And first thing I'm seeing is, comes out considerably farther than these Baja fenders. We knew that was the case. And also, it gives us a little more room on the ground. I think what I'm going to do, just to check it out, I'm going to tack weld this hood onto the car, and I'm going to take these wheel dollies out, see how low that gets to the ground. Because I think I could probably just use the hinge that's in there. I could see there's a lot of room. Man, I sure would love to bring this in. I'm already having an idea. Let me tack weld this up. All right, so this is down as down will get in the front because the rear is up on those. And then coming down here, you can see you've got about that much distance between the ground and the beam. And then we got all this distance for the hood. So we can drop that. People are asking about the suspension on this, and the ball joints are pretty much maxed out. So it's an adjustable front beam. These arms are rotated as far up as they can go to lower the car. So it could never ride at this height. Well, it could ride at this height, but it's going to break the ball joints. The shocks may be bottomed out also. So just a quick explanation. You can see the angle of the tie rod. Super out of position. So it's going to be, you know, the ride height will be raised up to drive it, but I always build it as low as possible because that's the look I like. So that being said, I want to bring that hood inward and lower. Inward and lower, what does that mean? I was thinking here is where the beetle body ends, and then the radius of the fenders changes. So I was thinking about, why not, right from here, why not pie cut this? Why not cut that and see what happens? Maybe make a succession of cuts. Try to curl this down. It'll bring it in as well. But I'm saying, right from that point there to there is 31. From that point there to there. So it looks like that's where they cut for the Baja body at 31. So let's do a cut at 31, plus 5, plus 5. Let's try 3 cuts. 5, 5. I'm going to slice through right here. We may have to cut further. We may have to cut this. So these will close and that will open. I don't know. Let's make some cuts. See what happens when we push down on that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That changes it a lot. Okay, so, and this looks like it's just gonna bend, which is cool. So I mentioned pie cut. I'm gonna take a little bit out of each outside edge because there's a piece that folds under for the weather stripping. So let's cut that out. I already cut all these others. You can see how there's a larger V shape because I picked it up. You can see that flange. I'm going to cut in. So it just gives it a little more clearance. See? Close it right up. I like that. I really like that. Take off some paint. Get ready for a weld. I'm going to hook this on through the handle. I'm just going to try to pull this in gently. If there is such a thing in this workshop. Hooking onto a lower shocks. And, oh yeah, look at that. Hot diggity. I mean, come on. It's totally going to work. Totally going to work. Is that pushed down too far? I don't know. Sure does have a better look without that square action. You know, you can just tailor these fenders. Heck yes, I really like this. Let me get some weld on there. All right, as with most old car projects, the welding was a little bit of a fuss, but got it. I'm gonna take these off. The shocks and that hood stayed in place. Super cool. All right, so we got this neat roll down appearance, and it'll never get lower than that. The reason we don't want it lower than that is because I'm going to use the same hinge that's in there, so that will tilt forward, but we have our bumper. Yes, we have our bumper and a new addition. So those Hart headlights, they were too darn big. Then I found something smaller. Hart exhaust tips. What if I was to cut this and put a projector lens in, 2.5, 3 inch? And what if I mounted them to the bumper? You follow me here? And man, off the car you can see it's gonna need a lot of revisioning. It's really out of shape. What if this was actually behind here? So maybe we change the bottom of that. Feeling any love on this? I don't even know how we mocked this up. Maybe a couple jack stands. I could see that the bug is a lot lower than it was. What do you think? Let's see if this works. Stereo. Definitely interested in where this possibility could lead. We got to get that bug about 1 inch up. I'm gonna get that lever under here. This tool has been indispensable for lowered cars. I just wedge it in and lift the car up. Works awesome. Yeah, cool. Let's get a jack stand. Sometimes you just luck out. Definitely not the best mock-up in the world. Let's try it. I don't know, it was always so easy with Victor. I think that tube looks too heavy. It's definitely the wrong shape. It's the wrong shape right through here, because that was the old Baja. But I think those lights could work. I love how the nose turns down. This could work. This needs to pull in, and we need to get rid of that big heavy bumper. Keep redoing it, right? Profile wise, I think it's a lot better. The visor will not be sticking out that much. But we had these hard jutting lines that were the hearts. And now I really like how the fenders roll and go down. I think the hood is definitely what we're looking for. I think this vid's gonna be short and sweet. We got this thing radically changed. We got some ideas for the headlights. It was just a bit of a drive to get the hood this morning, so running a little bit late. I got stuff to do. Let's come back and work on this or the Mercury. I don't know, maybe we'll work on Little Jewel. Either way, see you right next time. I'm definitely not giving up on this. Not cutting this apart.